All right, guys, I've been getting a ton of questions, and it really varies, guys. So, should you upgrade to the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro? It's been 2 weeks, and we've been comparing these phones. I have a few more requests, comparisons that I'm going to get out for you guys. But after 2 weeks, comparing it to the older iPhones like the iPhone 8, the iPhone 7, and phones like that, even the iPhone 10. I definitely think the 13 Pro is a 100% pull the trigger if you have the money. This phone is way better than I thought it was going to be. So the 120 hertz is really nice on here. Not very noticeable though. So I will say that if you have an iPhone 12 or an iPhone 11, I will 100% just wait to the iPhone 14. The iPhone 14 is supposed to have a complete redesign. They're supposed to completely get rid of the notch, and I think you'll be overall, happier with that. It'll feel more like a bigger upgrade. But as far as the 13 Pro, it's like a completely different phone. If you're coming from an iPhone 7, 8, iPhone, even kind of an iPhone 10, and that's debatable. And it really varies on what type of person you are. If you're a gamer, if you're into the displays, the camera is a very good upgrade from any older iPhone. And a lot of the iPhones, like the iPhone 10R, they only have one lens, which is awkward in the SE and the 8 and stuff like that. So getting the ultra wide, the telephoto, the macro is just it's a big deal to me, and just everything is just going to be better. Screen, the build quality, everything is going to be better. And extremely important thing to know is battery life is so much better on these newer iPhones. It's absolutely crazy. So if you guys haven't saw the comparisons, please do check those out. I've been pumping them out for you guys. Just my honest thoughts. The 13 is just kind of an awkward device. It's also a good upgrade because I can't, there's a lot of people that just don't want to spend $1,000 on a phone like the iPhone 13 Pro. I 100% understand that, guys. I don't think anybody feels comfortable spending $1,000 on a phone unless you're like an actual, tech enthusiast or whatever you want to call it. It's just kind of like a weird thing still. But the iPhone 13, I think the main thing with this phone over older iPhones is that battery life again is so much better, and also image quality. You will notice, especially lower light, the cinematic mode is pretty fun on here. The smaller notch is not really noticeable. That's why I'm not really talking about it like that. But them skipping out on the 120 hertz and only putting a 60 hertz panel on here, not even any type of 90 hertz on here. So that's why I said the iPhone 13 is an awkward phone, because I would try to stick it out and wait till the iPhone 14, because supposedly it's going to have a high refresh rate on all models. So that's one thing. But yeah, I just thought the 13 was kind of an awkward device, because no high refresh rate when almost all new phones coming out have a high refresh rate. It's just weird. And it's not that, it's like, yeah, you can notice it. You 100% are gonna notice it if you ever go to any 120 hertz phone. But yeah, so I just thought that was strange. Normal people apparently don't notice it, so it's not that big of a deal. Which is fine. But yeah, that's my opinion on it, guys. I just honestly, if you have an iPhone 13, an iPhone, and if you have an iPhone 12, an iPhone 11, even a 10s, I would just hold on to my phone, honestly. But anything older than that, I would more than happy pull the trigger on the 13 or 13 Pro. They are some pretty solid upgrades, especially they have all these trade-in plans and stuff like that. You can get money off and stuff like that, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think you should hold on to your iPhone even if you have an older one, or should you pull the trigger on these new 13s? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.